We didn't become Where Food Comes From until 2006. That was all Leann's idea. 1995, we had just met and gotten married. I had this idea to start a business that was going to provide software technology to the food and specifically the cattle industry. So the name of the company was Integrated Management Information, and it really became a mouthful to talk about integrated management information. It was really hard to explain to people what IMI Global meant and what it was really trying to do. And all the while we kept talking about, what we were doing, those four words kept coming up. And it was, where does food come from? And where food comes from was Leann's idea.
At that time, animal identification and traceability was really becoming more and more of an important topic. And so with his software prowess and what he had built in the software industry, we said, okay, maybe there's application for this in helping producers take technology and apply it in supply chains. So right about that same time, we had our incidence of BSE in the United States, which was a lot of people know as mad cow disease. And it shut down all of our export markets. We trying to be innovative as a way to try to help with what we knew. We started consulting with some of the large beef processors in the country to help them create verification programs to get product back into these key export markets. We realized that there was this great need for individual farmers and ranchers in the beef supply chain to have a way that they could meet a standard and then be able to sell their product to anyone. So it would create this kind of free market opportunity for producers that wanted to meet these demands of the consumer of the future. So we started building out these platforms to enable that to happen. And that was really kind of how we started trying to figure out a way to scale the business.
The industry, in my opinion, has changed significantly for the better. And it's because of this understanding that we are all in this together. Whether you're a producer or you're a consumer, we're working with producers that want to tell their story, are very interested in communicating more with consumers. In fact, I'd say that's probably the number one thing that when we talk to our farms and our ranches, they wish they had a better vehicle to talk to consumers about what they were really doing. There's very little that a farmer or rancher can do that will have the same return on investment as just verifying their existing practices. Whether they're using antibiotics, whether they're using other technologies, it doesn't matter. Consumers are, I think, more interested in the truth than they are a specific type of product. They want to know if it's organic, then they want to know that it's organic. If it's not organic, that's fine, but they want to know the truth about it. And that's where the verification becomes so important. And, us being able to establish that level of accountability and to just talk about the technologies. If it is antibiotics, if they're going to use growth promotants, or there's other things that go into the way that they're managing their operation, they're doing it for a reason. And consumers want to understand those reasons as much as anything. Most of the farms and ranches that we work with believe very strongly in telling the truth, and they want to communicate their message. They're interested in talking to consumers. By verifying and documenting and having transparency, that they can move forward, and it's a third party that's telling that story, it's to everybody's benefit.
We've been able to foster this environment that we're super proud of because my dad's a producer, a food producer, and we know how important those people are to feeding the world. Having the opportunity to help people like him and be able to tell their story in a unique way and help them to add value, and for consumers to be able to understand what they do each and every day and have an appreciation for that. I don't know that there's a greater purpose in life, and that we've been able to do it together and assimilate this wonderful team of people that believe in that vision and believe and want to do the same thing. There's nothing more rewarding